Namaste and welcome to Yogi Krish Healing. Today we are going to talk about attachment and detachment and try and understand them from a spiritual perspective. Let's take a few examples of attachment. And we will start with some things that are very simple. Let's say, for example, that you have had a tough week and it's a weekend and you have had a good lunch and you are all set and ready to crawl into bed and take a good long nap. And just when you do so, the doorbell rings. And you have a friend, or a neighbor, or an acquaintance that comes in and wants to talk to you. What happens? Or you want to have an ice cream or a beer after a long week, and it's Friday evening. You are all set to sit down with a bowl of ice cream or a beer and simply unwind. And you open the refrigerator and you see that someone in the house has already consumed the ice cream or the beer. What happens? Anger arises. And that is what the Bhagavad Gita says about attachment. It says, as a man contemplates sense objects, attachment for them arises. From this attachment comes desire, and from desire arises anger. Chapter 2, verse 62 of Bhagavad Gita. And it's important that we truly understand the meaning of these profound words. Whenever we are attached to something or someone, there is a certain level of desire that arises. And this desire, if you truly understand, is something you feel that you need, that is going to make you happy. It's based on your ego and your identity. Now, some things make us unhappy, and they are attachments too, because they are able to affect us. And so the Bhagavad Gita says that when that happens, and anger arises, from it comes delusion. We are not able to think straight. Our mind is all over the place. And what happens when we get into that stage of delusion, we lose our sense of discrimination, our discriminatory intellect. We lose touch with ourself, our inner self. And our inner self is always eternally blissful, peaceful, and calm. And so try and understand every time that you get angry, where this comes from. What attachment and desire is arising within you. And that brings us to the next part, which is detachment. And what Bhagavad Gita says about detachment is this. Krishna tells Arjuna, doing the right thing for its own sake, because it needs to be done, without worrying about success or failure. Very profound words. Doing something for its own sake, because it needs to be done, means that we are doing it because that is the path of righteousness, dharma. It's ethical, it's moral, and it's the right thing to do. Detachment also means that we can have emotions and own things in life, but we should not allow these things and these emotions to own us. It should not dictate our base desires and keep us away from dharma, righteousness, our higher spiritual path. And it also says in the second part, without attaching yourself to a certain outcome of success or failure. And what does that mean? Many times we are so obsessed with the outcome that we lose ourselves in that process and lose ourselves from the joy of the moment. We are not fully present in the moment. Let me give you two examples. Imagine a farmer. If the farmer is obsessed with a certain output of crops from his field, and he's always chasing that, but he's not really focused in truly planting the seeds with love and affection, cultivating the land, taking care of the land, watering it properly, then the success and the failure of his crops is already determined. We must also understand that success or failure is in the hands of the divine, and they are dictated by so many other factors. For example, the output of crops from the farm will depend upon the weather, can depend on the political climate of that place. For all you know, a horde of locusts can come and destroy it. There are so many variables when it comes to the outcome, and they are not within our control. And so, in Gita, Krishna tells Arjuna, don't attach yourself to the outcome of victory in this battle. For all you know, you might die in this battlefield and you will be buried in the evening. You don't know the outcome. All you can do is to stand up and fight for what is right. The path of righteousness. The more we are able to understand these two terms of attachment and detachment in the spiritual path, the more it will take us in the right direction and help us grow spiritually. If that bowl of ice cream has been consumed by someone in the refrigerator, it's okay. If your nap is interrupted by someone, okay, you can do it later. Or you can find another way. So try and disconnect and see where all these emotions and this anger come from. What kind of actions? And do not be possessed and obsessed with the outcome of things. Surrender success or failure to the hands of the divine and be involved in the process by being in the moment and doing the right thing. I hope this short video helps you to understand this better. If you like this video, do leave a comment or a like and share it with your friends and family. And if you have any questions, do leave it here in the comment section and I'll be more than happy to respond to you. Thank you so much. Have a blessed day.